You know, there comes a point in every medical drama where you have to stop and ask yourself a really uncomfortable question. Are the doctors actually crazier than the patients? I'm serious. We tune in week after week to watch geniuses save lives, but when you peel back the layers of NBC's brilliant minds, specifically here in Season 2, Episode 9, The Firefighter, I think we're finally seeing the cracks in the foundation that we've been waiting for. And honestly, I have a controversial take on this. I don't think Oliver Wolf is fit to lead this team anymore, and this episode might just prove that the brilliant mind is actually a ticking time bomb. But before you roast me in the comments, hear me out, because this Thanksgiving episode isn't just about turkey and family reunions. It's a brutal look at how we destroy ourselves to save others. If you're new here, welcome to the deep dive where we don't just recap, we dissect. So, grab your leftovers, settle in, and let's break down exactly what happened in this heavy hour of television. So, let's set the stage. We are deep in the weeds of Season 2. The Bronx General Hospital team is already fraying at the edges. We've got Oliver Wolf, who is basically the Sherlock Holmes of neurology, but he is dealing with some serious personal demons. We know he's got this mysterious past at the Hudson Oaks Medical Facility, a plot thread the writers have been dangling over our heads like a carrot all season, and he's dealing with the unexplained disappearance of his father. That is a recipe for a mental breakdown, and we see it manifesting in his loneliness. But the real meat of this episode, the thing that tears your heart out, is the parallel between two very different men. Matthew, a hero firefighter, and Sam, an unhoused man battling addiction. Both of them are falling apart, and both of them are testing the limits of what Wolf and his team can actually do. Let's start with the titular storyline, the firefighter. We meet Matthew. He's the classic stoic hero type. He's a firefighter, he's got that rugged exterior, but he's plagued by these vivid, terrifying dreams about specific incidents in his life. He comes to Bronx General to see Wolf, and right away, you know this isn't just PTSD. It's never just PTSD on this show. Wolf and Dana run him through the ringer with tests, and the diagnosis is devastating. It's us. Now, for those who don't know, LS is a neurodegenerative disease that essentially traps you inside your own body while your mind stays sharp. It is a nightmare diagnosis. But here is where the writing really shines. Matthew isn't just scared of dying, he's scared of being a burden. He is so used to being the guy who runs into the burning building to save others that he literally cannot comprehend the idea of someone having to save him. He rejects support. He refuses to tell his ex-wife, Alicia, or his daughter, Gabby, because he doesn't want to ruin their lives. I want to pause here and ask you guys, do you think this is bravery or stupidity? Because I feel like the show frames it as this noble sacrifice, but watching him push his family away while he's literally stumbling and having visions, it's frustrating, right? It makes you want to scream at the screen. He's got this pride that is actually toxic. He's standing there, giving speeches to kids about firefighting, introducing them to Fred the dog, acting like everything is fine, but inside he is crumbling. Wolf, in classic Wolf fashion, doesn't let him get away with it. He calls the family in. He forces the confrontation. And this is where the acting is top tier. The daughter, Gabby, offers to quit school to care for him. Matthew immediately shuts that down. He says, I can take care of myself. But we know he can't. He's having visions of his family crying for help, which is such a brilliant metaphor. His brain is projecting his own helplessness onto them because he can't accept it for himself. But while Matthew is fighting his own body, we have the secondary plotline that, in my opinion, is even more tragic. We have Ericka, who is spiraling with her own addiction issues, and she has latched onto Sam. Sam is this unhoused man, suffering from renal failure, coughing up blood, the works. Ericka is obsessed with saving him. She's giving him her credit card, she's crossing professional boundaries left and right. But because she's projecting. She thinks if she can save Sam, she can save herself. But the system is cold. Nichols, who usually plays the bad cop in these scenarios, denies Sam a liver transplant. What? Because of his declining mental health. This brings up a massive ethical debate, and I really want to know what you guys think about this in the comments. Should a patient be denied a life-saving organ because they have mental health issues or a history of addiction? Nichols says yes. The risk is too high. But Carol, Ericka, and Wolf say no. They aren't ready to give up. It's a gut-wrenching sequence. Ericka is doing basic tests on him, and Sam admits the voices in his head are torturing him despite the meds. We find out his liver failure is from unsupervised drug use. It's a tragedy of circumstances. And when the transplant committee officially refuses to clear him, it feels like a death sentence delivered by a bureaucrat. It's absolutely crushing. But the episode isn't just misery. It's Thanksgiving after all. And this is where the writers try to stitch our hearts back together. We see Van and Michelle reconnecting. They are hiding their relationship from their son, Liam, which is a classic sitcom trope thrown into this heavy drama, but it adds a nice layer of sweetness. They're having this secret romance, enjoying dinner, and it gives us a breather from the death and decay happening in the other rooms. However, the emotional climax of the episode, the moment that I guarantee had everyone reaching for the tissues, happens back with Matthew. He's at home, trying to be independent, but he's alone. He's realized he made arrangements with a facility because he's so terrified of being a burden. But his wife, Alicia, isn't having it. She tells him to come home. And then he looks out the window. And this is the movie moment. The entire fire department is there. The chief, October, the rookies, everyone. They are standing vigil outside his house. It is cheesy. Is it emotionally manipulative? Absolutely. Did it work? You bet it did. It reinforces the theme that you don't have to face the fire alone. It breaks Matthew's resolve. He finally admits he needs help. He reconnects with Alicia. He takes his daughter to an art gallery. He records a voice message for them to have when he can no longer speak. It is beautiful, heartbreaking, and inevitable. But we can't ignore the elephant in the room, Oliver Wolf himself. Throughout this whole ordeal, dealing with dying firefighters and rejected transplants, Wolf is dealing with his own loneliness. His mother, Muriel, shows up. And this scene was fascinating. She walks into his apartment, and it is a disaster zone. It's chaotic, disorderly, a physical representation of his mind. She starts crying. Not because it's messy, but because she realizes how lonely he is. It's a rare moment of vulnerability for Muriel, who usually comes off as very controlling. She cooks him a grand Thanksgiving dinner. And for a moment, just a moment, Wolf isn't the brilliant doctor. He's just a son who needs his mom. It's a quiet ending to a loud episode. So, what's the verdict? This episode, The Firefighter, was a masterclass in balancing procedural medical drama with deep character work. It tackled ALS, the ethics of organ transplants, and the trauma of 9/11 survivors without feeling like it was doing too much. It showed us that even the people who save lives, the firefighters, the doctors, need saving sometimes. It challenged the idea of hyperindependence. Matthew had to learn that accepting help isn't weakness. Ericka had to learn that you can't save everyone, no matter how hard you try, but you have to stay by their side regardless. And Wolf? Wolf had to learn that it's okay to let someone cook you dinner. But here is where I leave you with a lingering thought. The episode ends with Matthew losing control of his condition, Sam's prognosis looking grim despite the family support, and Wolf eating dinner with his mom. It feels settled, but it's not. Wolf's time at Hudson Oaks is still a giant question mark. His father is still missing. And Ericka is teetering on the edge of a relapse herself. This Thanksgiving dinner felt like the calm before the storm. I think the back half of this season is going to destroy this team. I think Wolf is heading for a massive breakdown, and I don't think Muriel's cooking can fix it. What do you guys think? Is Wolf holding it together, or is he one bad case away from being admitted to Hudson Oaks himself? And was the hospital right to deny Sam the liver transplant? That is the real debate of the episode. Drop your theories in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to see more breakdowns of brilliant minds, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next recap. We have a lot more to cover as this season heats up. Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember, it's okay to ask for help.